Well, good afternoon. Today I am looking at a Vauxhall Zafira that has non-start issues. I'll talk you through somewhere. Unfortunately, last time I was in the garage, I didn't tidy it up and I'm regretting it now. So this Zafira has had a replacement ECU. This is the original. We think it may have got wet. Lost all communication with the car. So what I did was I took the back off, cleaned it up, managed to get some communication, but we were getting 4 injector faults. The RAC had also tested the car and they were convinced it was the ECU. Second-hand one wasn't very expensive, so I've previously replaced the ECU, programmed it in with the correct pin and everything, made it talk to the immobiliser, so that is all working and correct, but we're still getting the 4 injector faults. Just a pain in the ass. So today I've got some wiring diagrams. I'm going to take all of my wiring tools. I'm going to try and figure out what's going on. Looks like the wiring goes from the ECU to the injectors and to the fuel pump relay, so they're all linked. I'm hoping it'll be a simple case of a fuse gone, or perhaps wiring fault. The fact that it's all 4 makes me think it's the relay side of things. Perhaps the relay's gone, but I'll take it down there. We'll have a look. I've charged up the battery, so let's get to it. As you can see, I am wearing me I Hate Being Cold starter kit. I've also got my hat and my gloves that I'll take with me. It's a bit of a cold day. It's not raining at least, which is nice. I'm hoping this doesn't take me all afternoon, but it could well do. I've spent hours on this car. It's been a bit of a pig, but it's a friend of mine. I want to get it working, so they're back on the road. Cool, so I'm going to gather all my tools, put them in the car, and I will see you there shortly. Okay, I've sped this up a bit, but it was pretty short anyway. Thankfully a quick fix. So I started off by pulling the loom off the back of the engine and trying to gain access to the connector for the injector, the one nearest me. Plan was to ring that one out first to see if I found any fault and then decide whether or not I wanted to ring any more. So on the Zafira, the injector has 2 pins, 2 wires go into it. One goes off to the ECU, the other one goes off to the fuel relay. So you can see here I'm just trying to figure out which pins I need to look for. And I'm popping backwards and forwards to the car. I've got the wiring diagram in the car, so I went to go and grab that. Mainly to see if I could figure out which pins I needed to ring out on the ECU plug that you can see there, the big one. The plug I've got in my hand at the moment is the injector plug. The other one stuck up is the ECU plug. So I'm having a chat with Matt, sort of explaining which ones I'm going to ring out first, and then I go and have a look at the fuse board to see where I'm going to ring to next. And that's when I realise, hold on a minute, there's something missing here. Quick check of the paperwork. Yep, definitely a 15 amp fuse missing. Now this must have happened after the car broke down, because there's no way it was running beforehand, so I can only assume at some point somebody's removed it. I don't know why. But anyway, fitted the fuse, sent Matt off to go get the keys whilst I was fitting the battery. And I just sort of rigged it back together just to see if it would start before I went any further with any more rigging out. I didn't really expect it to, but I was hoping I was lucky, and it's always worth a go before you go too far tearing something apart. As you can see, started pretty much first time. Shout out to Matt for catching the camera. Thanks, Matt. Right, well, there was that fuse there. That was it. Job done. Okay, so that was possibly the easiest fix ever. Hopefully, before this outro, I've actually managed to record something on the GoPro that's worth including. But I'll talk you through it. Effectively, got to the car, started to have a look, gained access to the injector connector, was just about to start ringing out to try and figure out if there was any breaks in wiring or anything like that. I walked backwards and forwards to my car a couple of times to get different tools, and as I did I walked past the fuse box under the engine. Now I've checked all of these fuses individually last time I was down there in the positions that they're in. But from the wiring diagram, one of the things I've done is also printed out the fuse box and figured out where the fuel relay fuse was. And what I noticed was that position in the car was empty. No fuse in it. No idea why. I assume someone took it out to check it previously. Didn't put it back in the right place. Maybe the RAC guy, not sure. But anyway. So I thought, as you'll hopefully see on the video, I'll just chuck a fuse in, chuck the battery on, try it, and then carry on ringing out if it's no different, which is, to be honest, what I expected. However, I put the fuse in, car started straight away, happy days, bolt the battery in properly, job done. So I was probably down there for 20 minutes at the most, which is a result. In my eyes, it means I'm not outside all afternoon. I can go and just relax for a bit. So there you go. That's the next instalment done. Cheers.